Hello, dear friends. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Opinion piece. Fight for China, for its energy grid. In this year of dragon, hidden economic crisis, critical period in a month. California is deteriorating. Political crisis in November. Online communities on the rise. Spiritual rebirth of humankind. People of Tartary never left Russia. Ancient Greeks converted to Buddhism. Sunflowers are turning their backs on the sun. A reincarnated girl remembers an ancient world. Let's start. A hidden war is being waged between the forces of light and darkness for the energy grid of mainland China in the year of the dragon 2024, according to Cobra. On the light side, the main forces are many groups of dragons, both on the surface and underground, and also from Aldebaran and Andromeda. On the dark side, the main forces are the negative Tibetan network and another dark force that cannot be named for security reasons. This hidden war reflects the complex challenges facing China both internally and externally, as it seeks to maintain its stability and expand its global influence. The Chinese government maintains a constant fight against internal dissent through censorship and control of information, persecution of critical activists and artists, and conflicts in regions such as Hong Kong and Tibet. Some analysts suggest that China faces a deeper economic crisis than is publicly admitted, with economic growth down 4% compared to 10% previously. Problems in the banking and real estate sectors, and challenges in local tax collection and infrastructure spending. In the light forces win, if the light forces win the war, China will embark on a path of progress before the event, a gradual improvement in the living conditions of the Chinese people, and better international relations. In the light forces, there were to lose. If the light forces were to lose the war, China would follow a similar path of decline as California. There was another similar occult war between the light and dark forces over the California energy grid in 2018 and 2019. A struggle of occult rituals of both light and dark, a war of espionage and counter-espionage, according to Cobra. The main forces on the side of the light were the resistance movement, setting members of the Order of the Star, and setting dragon groups from San Francisco's Chinatown. In mid 2019, the light forces unfortunately lost the war in this area and were forced to withdraw, and since then the energy grid in California has been deteriorating for the most part. Not all is lost, because two powerful bodies still hold the lighting of California: the Lake Sanctuary in Los Angeles and Mount Shasta, of course. Critical period. The first critical period in which this hidden war for China can be decided will occur in the next 3 to 4 weeks. The second critical period in which the fight can be decided coincides with the moment of geopolitical crisis in November, before Pluto enters Aquarius. A key factor that can greatly influence the final outcome of this war is the Li family. Although there are many people with the surname Li, there are only a few key members of the Li family, both on the light and dark side. Some were emperors of China, especially during the Tang dynasty, where they were instrumental in the creation of the Blue Dragon of Agartha. Some were forming dragon groups connected to Taoism and have access to many hidden secrets. Lao Tse or Lao Tzu belonged to the Li family and many famous Chinese immortals are also part of the lineage. Certain members of the Li family now hold key positions in many Taoist temples and also within the Chinese government, but some of them were involved in scandals. In short, the Li family has great potential for both light and dark, and could well be the decisive factor in this fight. Corporate theater. The current battle between Harris and Trump will continue to lurch into September. According to Benjamin Fulford, this represents a duel to the death between two different corporate factions on the deck of a sinking ship. Anyway, there is talk that something big is going to happen in September that would bring about a political change. According to intelligence sources, a big meeting is planned for August 25th that could decide the fate of the world. Even if Trump keeps his promise to drastically reduce government spending, it would be too little too late. This means that he would have to choose between falling into disarray or a declaration of bankruptcy, a retirement, or a political crisis and the restoration of control to the people. Puffner said, the unrest and infighting are subsiding, and people using tricycles and other vehicles are doing what they are told to do and nothing more. As always, there are things afoot and options being considered. The news is that the smooth, clear, and clean operation is expected. The money is safe, and the system that controls it is doing a good job. Just keep the faith. Curious. Who hacked the Iranian banks? Opinions differ. It is difficult for the police to harass and control you if you know the laws and your rights. Harley Davidson surrenders and apologizes for woke activism following bigger boycott. According to Jim Brewer, it's time to reclaim your sovereignty. It's time to start researching, if you haven't already. Don't wait for others to do it for you. Online communities. A large number of light missionaries are organizing themselves into communities like the Rainbow Family or connecting for productive purposes. A reincarnated girl from an ancient world offers aesthetic drawings and clues as to why she believes she once lived in a world that was destroyed by a massive earthquake. According to James Howard Kanstler, everything is a projection of your own bad desires, bad actions, personal afflictions, to the point where the best way to know what they plan to do is see what they accuse others of. Benefits of solitude, according to Nikki Harper. There is a lot of research showing that solitude can be a very positive option as long as it is a choice and not something imposed against someone's will. Sunflowers are turning their backs on our white sun. The 3D sun is yellow and the 5D sun is white. Today, Tuesday, August 20th, a new timeline appears, a profound transformation that will raise our collective consciousness and usher in a new era of spiritual awakening. Perhaps the sunflowers will sense the change. The ancient Greeks converted to Buddhism according to religion for breakfast. It should be noted that it was not only Alexander the Great who brought Hellenism to the region. There were already Greek populations there that had been deported by the Persians. The most fascinating thing is that the first images of Buddha were carved by Greek artists. This proves the universality of ancient traditions. According to Windlander, the secret people of Tartary never left Russia. They simply went at the ground. When Russia emerged, the people of Tartary began to form a secret faction in a very purposeful way, which still keeps an eye on the Russian Federation. Every time Putin makes important speeches, a linchpin of the secret people of Tartary is in the audience. There are many things that the public doesn't know about Russia. With his secret faction of elders, he has it has the largest fleet of spaceships in the world. The Pentagon calls them UAPs. Messages. Is it possible to live a life without regrets? Regret is the worst feeling you can have because it haunts your life. You have to forgive yourself. Enough is Enough by Shelley Wilder. The current chaos is causing the collective energy to be in a state of flux, which gives the feeling of being on a roller coaster ride. Many feel tired and exhausted. There are two Earths. One Earth is the one you know as the physical world. The other metaphysical Earth is the one you sometimes feel when you sleep. Both seem very real when you are lucid in either one. They're actually the same world. We just cannot perceive both at the same time, but some can do it. Daily message from Kesharaj. The most important thing right now is to maintain a high frequency. Do whatever you have to do to continue holding the light, to continue radiating love, and do not allow yourself to be distracted by the external events that will unfold in the coming days. You are the prophets of these times. You are the beacons of light. Love and compassion are the way. This is the spiritual rebirth of humankind. It is time for you to remember your divine origins and embody the luminous love of Source Creator. The shift into the new divine human being is at hand. Keep your focus on what is being born, not what is dying. What is being born is a divinely designed reality, with love as its foundation, for unlimited joy, freedom, and expansion. As a spiritual being, this is your divine right. The stars await your imminent arrival. Reality changes as you shift your perception. Do you see chaos or do you see different frequencies being experienced? Do you see lost souls or do you see beings who have chosen a different path? Do you see the destruction of the old or simply the emergence and birth of the new? Return to the heart center and rest there. Feel the presence of the divine within, and you will understand more deeply what is unfolding right now, says Kesharaj. Over the next few weeks, many humans will begin to move away from their curious exploration into things that resonate deeply with them. It is vital to remember your own awakening experiences so that you can comfort and support those who are beginning their journey. Each path is individual and can only be defined by the being who walks it. Be a beacon of light, a guide, a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear. According to Kavamur, what is about to happen is much bigger than people can understand. Humans will move into a higher frequency version of Earth that has been prepared for ours and will change in the blink of an eye. Death and disease will be over. We will have telepathy and flight. We will have technology so advanced that there will be no need for anything else. This is not a rescue mission. This is about our decision. Most people will be saved, and only the evil people will be left behind. Those of realism. According to Kavamur, many truth seekers are not prepared for what comes before the shift because they are told that the coalition is in control of world events and is about to rescue us from evil. This is the Great Tribulation, and we are not at the end yet. What we see now will continue, and it will intensify in the next election. The coalition will not stop all bad things from happening, but they are continually helping us in ways we cannot see. They will weaken crisis, stop nuclear weapons, and not allow any fake alien invasions. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.